It's been a pretty consistent, rotation here as far as games and games off.
I
I
kind
think Bill.
of meant Billy being sort of a constant as the backup.
What do you mean?
Billy's played like constantly as the backup. That sounds like a deviation from that.
Yeah, I think he was out for a bit, and then we brought him back into the rotation as the backup, and then Biz was the starter, and so this is just our rotation right now. We're gonna give these two a run, and then we'll bring Billy back into the mix, and then we'll just keep the trend going where we're at. So right now it's Cody and Biz for a few games, and then we'll bring Billy back into the rotation here in a couple games. But he's always got to stay ready. You never know how things go in a game. But for right now, we'll give these two guys a look with Biz coming off the bench.
They got brought back up.
I have not seen Bake, but that is the information. Yes, he will be here tonight.
Okay.
He will be here tonight. I have not seen him yet.
I mean, I assume if he hasn't gotten here yet, then it's no more than a remote possibility he actually gets in a game tonight.
Our rotation is what it is right now. I like our rotation right now. The one thing that's fluctuating a little bit is the center thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, with the center thing, you're really on for 5, 6, potentially 7 games, and then you might take a few games here or there. But yeah, all 3 centers have been good. Bake is back with us, but I'm going to stick with the same rotation where we're at.
Do you know why the call up for Bake? The reason behind it?
I think just we're at 12 bodies. He'll be 13. I think he's done what we asked of him in the G League and get him back into the mix, see where he's at. But I like where our group is, and I wouldn't expect our rotation to change. It just adds another body to the mix, and we'll see where we go from here.
Coach, with Devontae's three-point execution this season, teams are guarding him different, obviously. Over the past 5 games, he's made a high percentage of his 2-point shots, though. What have you seen out of him being able to attack the defense in that way?
Well, that's where teams are forcing him, inside the 3-point line. So he's got to get better in that floater area, rim area. He had some big finishes the other night against Houston, the and one, the left hand. Those are things he's got to continue to experiment with right now. That's what I want him to do, is experiment here these last 20 games, getting to the rim. Whether you make it, miss it, keep getting there. That's the next step in his development and his growth. Obviously, he's done a really nice job moving the ball as well when teams are up and aggressive on him. But when teams run him off that 3-point line, that mid-range is good. It's a good spot for him. So he's going to be capable of making that shot. It's just a matter of time that he becomes more consistent. He'll live in that world all summer long. So I expect that trend to continue for him.
Coach, your team will see Vince Carter and the Hawks 3 times over the next 6 weeks, with Carter getting ready to hang it up at the end of this year. How has he impacted the league?
Well, tremendous. I mean, to see him still playing is a real joy for all of us. I could have never imagined seeing him still out there, but he impacts the games in so many ways. And I remember when I came into the league, he was a athletic, dynamic, versatile scorer that could get to the rim, and he's just evolved. The time he's put into his 3-point shot, the veteran he's become, the mentor he's become for these young guys is really special. So he's been tremendous for our game, and we need more like him. And if he wants to stick around, we're all welcome to that. But he's been fantastic for the NBA.
Is it fair to say, in a situation like that, for somebody to have that kind of longevity, that they probably to some degree or another have to reinvent themselves?
Yes. You have to adapt in this league to stick around. This league is going to continue to evolve and adapt. And I think same thing for all of us, right? We all, as you age, you adapt, you change, and you have to adjust. And he's a classic example of that, is how he's adapted and he's adjusted on the fly, and he's become a better shooter. He was not the shooter, I think, not a spot-up shooter like he has become, and he was more of an athletic, using the athleticism. But over time, he's become a really good facilitator and catch-and-shoot guy, and he's learned how to last this long. So I think the athleticism has really allowed him to stick around this long, and he's obviously taking care of his body. I think that's a big thing. I think he's a great example of that a lot of these young guys can learn from him, is to last this long, take care of your body, and don't wait till you're 10, 12 years in the league. Do it now. And that's a message we preach to our guys. Don't wait. Take care of your bodies now. Get your rest now, learn from guys like Vince and others.
Hey NBA fans, Kelly McGill here. If you like that last video from Fanatics View on YouTube, be sure to subscribe down below for exclusive NBA content.